What happened to David Cassidy? Son of actors Evelyn Ward and Jack Cassidy, David Cassidy had one of the most variety-filled careers in the entertainment industry. They had three children: David's half-brother Sean, born in 1958, Patrick, born in 1962, and Ryan, born in 1966. After David Cassidy signed with Universal Studios in 1969, Jack introduced him to former table tennis champion and close friend Ruth Aarons, who later found her niche as a talent manager given her theater background. On January 2nd, 1969, Cassidy made his professional debut in the Broadway musical The Fig Leaves Are Falling. After signing with Universal Studios in 1969, Cassidy was featured in episodes of the TV series Ironside, Marcus Welby MD, Adam 12, Medical Center, and Bonanza. He first got his start on the TV series The Partridge Family, where he portrayed the singing teen heartthrob Keith Partridge. The show featured a family traveling the country and playing music in a rock band, which even included his real-life stepmother/on-screen mother, Shirley Jones. The role carried over into his real life, where he was regarded in a similar manner by an enthusiastic teen audience. He suddenly found himself making hit singles of his own and garnering Grammy nominations for his efforts. His fan club even became the largest in the history of the music industry at one point. Once I Think I Love You, the first single released by the Partridge Family pop group, became a #1 hit, Cassidy began work on solo albums, including Cherish and Rock Me Baby, both released in 1972. Within the first year, he had produced his own single, a cover of the Association's Cherish, from the album of the same name, with the song reaching #9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and #2 in the UK. It even hit #1 in Australia and New Zealand. Cassidy achieved far greater solo chart success in the UK than in his native America, including a cover of the Young Rascals' How Can I Be Sure and the double A-side single Daydreamer and the Puppy Song, a UK #1 which failed to chart in the States. Though he wanted to become a respected rock musician along the lines of Mick Jagger, his channel to stardom launched him into the ranks of Teen Idol, a brand he loathed until much later in life, when he managed to come to terms with his pop idol beginnings. Massive global merchandising helped him sell millions of records, but by the mid-70s, he was practically driven from the spotlight by a teen market hungry for new talent. By this point, Cassidy had decided to quit both touring and acting in the Partridge Family, concentrating instead on recording and songwriting. International success continued, mostly in Great Britain, Germany, Japan, and South Africa, when he released 3 well-received solo albums and several hit singles on RCA in 1975 and 1976. Cassidy became the first recording artist to have a hit with I Write the Songs, peaking at #11 in the top 30 in Great Britain before the song became Barry Manilow's signature tune. Cassidy co-produced the recording with the song's author and composer Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys. The two artists collaborated on 2 of David's mid-70s RCA Records albums, The Higher They Climb and Home Is Where the Heart Is. He turned to acting for a while, making notable television and stage appearances for many years. In 1978, Cassidy starred in an episode of Police Story titled A Chance to Live, for which he was nominated for an Emmy Award. A decade later, the successful Fox series 21 Jump Street used the same plot with different youthful-looking police officers infiltrating a high school. His roles even brought him to Broadway and London's West End, where he regained credibility as a dramatic and musical theater actor. In 1981, he toured in a revival of a pre-Broadway production of Little Johnny Jones, a show originally produced in 1904 with music, lyrics and books by George M. Cohen, with part of it being shown in the 1942 biographic film Yankee Doodle Dandy when James Cagney sings "Give My Regards to Broadway" and "The Yankee Doodle Boy." However, Cassidy received negative reviews and was replaced by another former teen idol, Donny Osmond, before the show reached Broadway. Cassidy in turn was himself a replacement for the lead in the original 1982 Broadway production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Cassidy also appeared in London's West End production of Time and returned to Broadway in Blood Brothers along Petula Clark and David's half-brother Sean Cassidy. In 1985, music success continued with the Arista release of the single The Last Kiss, which reached number 6 in the UK, which included backing vocals by George Michael, which was on the album Romance. He continued this phase of his career until the 1990s, when nostalgia and VH1 helped him gain a bigger public spotlight that he had seen in years. Cassidy returned to the American Top 40 with his 1990 single Lying to Myself, released on Enigma Records from his 1990 album David Cassidy, followed by the 1992 album Didn't You Used to Be on Scotty Brothers Records. Along with this single, Lying to Myself, 1999 was also the year he starred in the motion picture comedy The Spirit of 76, where he was the main character as a man from the future who arrived in the U.S. in the year 1976 on a mission to find the U.S. Constitution. He rode that ride into a position at the MGM Grand Hotel in 1996 when he opened the $75 million show EFX under much speculation of his drawing power. He revamped several aspects of the production and fine-tuned it until it became one of the biggest attractions in Las Vegas, and his nightly performances became a huge moneymaker for both Cassidy and the hotel. In 1998, he had an adult contemporary music hit with No Bridge I Wouldn't Cross from his album Old Trick, New Dog, which was on his own label Slamma Jamma Records. The show garnered many awards, and this gave him the clout to see his Rat Pack Is Backstage show brought back to life at the Sahara Hotel and Casino in 1999. Two other shows, At the Copa and David Inc., opened the next year at the Rio Hotel, but Cassidy had his sights set on returning to the touring circuit with his newfound popularity. He started a world tour in 2001 and even secured a new record deal to release his high-concept stage music ideas to home audiences. Through the 2000s and beyond, Cassidy made television appearances and continued to tour. In 2005, Cassidy played the manager of Aaron Carter's character in the film Popstar. He co-starred alongside his half-brother Patrick in a short-lived 2009 ABC Family comedy series titled Ruby and the Rockets, a show created by Sean. In early 2017, it was announced that he had dementia, and unfortunately in November of that year, he died in a Fort Lauderdale, Florida area hospital at the age of 67. And that's what happened to David Cassidy. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me some facts about David that I failed to mention in this video, and let me know who I should do next. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.